The notion that vaccines are propaganda and make you weak and sick is a misconception that has been circulating in recent years, despite overwhelming scientific evidence to the contrary. Proponents of this idea often claim that vaccines are a tool used by governments and pharmaceutical companies to control the population, and that they do more harm than good. However, a closer examination of the facts reveals that this notion is far from the truth. Firstly, it is essential to understand how vaccines work. Vaccines contain a small, harmless piece of a virus or bacteria, or a weakened form of the virus or bacteria, which is introduced into the body to stimulate an immune response. This immune response helps the body to develop antibodies and immune cells that can recognize and fight the specific virus or bacteria, thereby preventing infection. This process is known as immunization, and it has been proven to be a highly effective way to prevent the spread of infectious diseases. One of the primary arguments made by those who claim that vaccines are propaganda is that they can cause serious side effects, including autism, autoimmune disorders, and even death. However, numerous scientific studies have extensively investigated these claims, and the overwhelming consensus is that there is no evidence to support them. For example, a landmark study published in The Lancet in 1998, which suggested a link between the measles, mumps, and rubella MMR vaccine and autism, was later retracted due to methodological flaws and ethical concerns. Since then, numerous studies have reaffirmed that there is no link between vaccines and autism. Moreover, the risk of serious side effects from vaccines is extremely low. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), the risk of a serious adverse reaction to a vaccine is less than 1 in a million. In contrast, the risk of serious illness or death from vaccine-preventable diseases is much higher. For example, in the pre-vaccine era, diseases such as polio, measles, and whooping cough routinely kill thousands of people, mostly children, every year. Thanks to widespread vaccination, these diseases have been largely eradicated in many parts of the world. Another argument made by anti-vaccine proponents is that vaccines are not effective in preventing the spread of diseases. However, this claim is also unfounded. Vaccines have been extensively tested and proven to be highly effective in preventing the spread of infectious diseases. For example, the influenza vaccine has been shown to reduce the risk of flu-related hospitalization by 40% in adults, and by 73% in children. Similarly, the human papillomavirus HPV vaccine has been shown to reduce the risk of cervical cancer by 90%. It is also worth noting that the claim that vaccines make you weak and sick is a misconception. On the contrary, vaccines have been shown to have numerous health benefits beyond just preventing infectious diseases. For example, vaccines have been shown to reduce the risk of certain types of cancer, such as cervical cancer and liver cancer. Additionally, vaccines have been shown to reduce the risk of heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular conditions. In conclusion, the notion that vaccines are propaganda and make you weak and sick is a myth that has been debunked by science. Vaccines are a safe and effective way to prevent the spread of infectious diseases, and they have been proven to have numerous health benefits beyond just preventing disease. While it is understandable to have concerns about the safety and efficacy of vaccines, the overwhelming scientific evidence supports their use. By getting vaccinated, individuals can protect not only themselves, but also their communities from the spread of infectious diseases. It is essential to rely on credible sources of information, such as the CDC and the World Health Organization and to consult with healthcare professionals before making any decisions about vaccination.